Hello and welcome back to another edition of Every Hand Together, Pursuing Public Health. My name is Stephen Santilli, Assistant Superintendent at the Egg Harbor Township School District. Today we have with us our guest, Detective Joseph Santamaria from the New Jersey State Police. He is part of the Internet Crimes Against Children Unit. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So we're going to have a conversation today with Detective Santamaria, and obviously we're going to delve into things that are online and how we can protect children online, use of social media, web browsing, things like that. So our first question today is, what are signs your child might be at risk online?
All right, so any child, deviates from the normal behavior, all of a sudden is acting differently, that's, a red flag immediately. A lot of times when kids are online, if they're doing stuff they're not supposed to be doing, they try to hide it. So now they're becoming secretive about what they're in your online activity. They also will, kind of like if you're on a computer at home, if you have one set up in the house, desktop or laptop, and they're doing something on it they shouldn't be doing, and parent walks into the room, they lower the laptop screen or maybe change tabs so that parent can't see what they're doing. They'll be angry if they can't get online. They're obsessed with going online all the time. So when they can't go online, they'll start to have these like outbursts, so it's things like that. The minor red flags to look out for. Some other things that if they're receiving gifts, either through traditional mail or email. A lot of times kids are getting gift cards. Younger kids who play the online games, they'll get like Roblox. They'll get the Robux and stuff like that. So these are just little things. More withdrawn now from family and friends when they used to be able to hang out with you guys no problem.
Okay.
So yeah, it's so those are some signs to look out for because that could potentially be red flags that they're at risk.
Okay. So what do you think we can tell parents out there, and also for our students as well, but especially for parents and guardians, what should they do if they suspect that their child is communicating with a potential online predator or somebody that parent doesn't necessarily know?
Okay, so save everything, all right? If you suspect your child's talking to a predator, save everything. Don't delete anything off your child's account. Don't delete the account. Maybe block them, so they're not constantly getting that harassment coming in or any unwanted information, obscene content, stuff like that. But save it. Screen capture it, emails, pictures, anything sent and received from the predator, save everything. One thing I will stress is don't try to take matters into your own hand and talk to the predator, okay, right? Because a lot of times parents will do that and to pretend to communicate as the child themselves. And after a while of getting what they want and confirming that, yeah, you might be a predator, now you say, hey, I'm the parent, you're talking to my child, they're such and such an age, I'm going to report you to the police.
Okay.
All right, so now what happens in that point is they're alerted, okay, you're going to report me to the police, now I got to do what I got to do to save myself, and I now wipe my device, okay, delete all evidence of my communications, not only with you, but any other child that I've been communicating with.
Okay.
Now, the parent might think, well, I still have the evidence on our end from you communicating with my child, but if they're communicating with other children, all that's gone, and that will help our case against the predator. Once you save everything, report it to your local police. If they're not on the task force, I think Egg Harbor might be, but we have affiliates in every county run through the prosecutor's office. So contact the prosecutor's office and just ask for the ICAC detective. Once you do that, share all that information that you saved with them, and they'll be able to investigate the potential predator. But again, don't take matters into your own hands. If you don't want to report it to your local police, what you can do is contact if you're using an app, if the communication is occurring on an app, contact the app and say, look, this person is an adult talking to a minor, in this content, it's inappropriate. The app will then terminate the account or at least shut it down, and they'll take every bit of that information and send it off to NCMEC, which is the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Okay. That's where we get the majority of our cyber tips from. They'll generate a cyber tip and send it out to the appropriate affiliate, which is here in New Jersey, and then we'll send it out to, if it's here in Egg Harbor, to the prosecutor's office in Atlantic County. Okay. And they'll investigate.
And that's a great point that you had in regards to not taking matters in your own hands, because obviously if we want to stop this from happening to not just, let's say, their child, but to other children, right, by taking matters in their own hands, you're right, that individual could end up making sure that they cover their bases, where if they just capture everything and turn it in and generate that tip, for instance, then of course they're not giving it all away, and we can certainly take care of it from your lens, New Jersey State Police and Prosecutor's Office and so on. So
Right.
that's a great tip. In terms of minimizing the chances of a child being an online victim, what would you share with parents and guardians?
Be involved, communicate, keep those lines of communication open. A lot of times, parents just give the child the device and let them, have at it, be on your own. It's a great responsibility to have a cell phone, mobile device, right? Because all they have access to now with, the technology boom and, internet explosion. So they have access to a lot of material out there, a lot of which is inappropriate. So to minimize that, you want to basically be involved, checking their phones all the time. Not all the time, but you could do like spot checks every now and then and say, hey, look, this is just, if I'm giving you a phone and I'm allowing you on social media, I want to trust you that you're being able to handle it responsibly. So I may check your phone every now and then. Another thing I would suggest is, we all know from when we were kids, nothing has changed, that it's a popularity contest in school, right?
Yeah.
And today, with the onset, of our phones and all the social media accounts, what drives children today? It's the number of friends they have or followers, right, and the number of likes they get. Okay, and that's what makes you popular. So kids are more, prone to now accepting friend requests from people they don't know. So what I suggest is, sitting alongside your children and going down their friends list. No matter if it's Facebook, kids aren't on Facebook today, mom and dad, because you're there. So. It's Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, go down their friends list. Sit down and say, hey, how do you know this person? How do you know this person? If they've never met them in person and never done a video chat with them to confirm they really are a child or who they say they are, I suggest, deleting them.
Okay.
Right? Because a lot of predators out there will pretend to be a child. It's so easy to go on, Instagram, Snapchat, create these fake accounts, go onto Google, find a boy that's 13, a girl that's 14, and use that as a profile pic. Right, and then just communicate.
Yeah.
So just
definitely some good points, and also I like the fact you started off right away with being involved and have those conversations, and let's face it, anybody that is of course school aged, it's likely that the reason why they have a phone is because mom and dad are paying the bill. Right. So in reality, it's their device, and they have that service because of a parent or guardian. So I think it's within their rights to, of course, have those conversations, and certainly stay involved and make sure that the people that they're connected with are truly real.
Right.
But definitely probably an issue that is really just growing these days with social media.